Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr. and we're back with more Tales of Maj'Eyal with our Dwarf Stone Warden here, Khzad Mag-Ak. And truth be told, last episode we were not feeling so confident about this character. We ran into some really sticky situations. So, I don't want to say that we, have an easier time this time because, of course, sticky situations are exciting, But I would feel a little bit better if we could just have a moment of respite here. And I do think that our next plan of action is to jump into the old forest. I hope it won't be too bad. It's usually not awful. And, maybe we can find some better loot. Considering, look at our loot. It's not very impressive right now. We barely have anything. We don't even have any jewelry at all. We've got this annoying, skin cloak made out of faces that's constantly, yelling at us. So let's see if we can find something a little bit more appropriate. Jump in here to the old forest. And oh no, I was sort of worried about this. I didn't want to jinx myself, but sometimes you get these weird alternate versions of these places, and it seems like this time we've run into the alternate version of the old forest with the crystals. And to be honest, I hate that for a couple of reasons. First of all, I hate these crystals. They just stand from far away and are absolute cowards. They like to teleport around. They're much more difficult to deal with than just the run-of-the-mill natural creatures that you usually find in the old forest. Look, they're just gonna blink around and just prove to be a massive annoyance. I'm gonna have to deal with them carefully as opposed to the, just a bunch of bears or something that you can just make your way through, or a bunch of ants. So this is annoying, and then the second reason is, well, it means that the boss is gonna be different. Normally the boss here is Wrathroot, who's like this big old tree, and if you fight Wrathroot, there's a pretty good chance that you're gonna get Wrathroot's barkwood as a reward, which is pretty awesome because it's a great shield, and we need a good shield. That's part of the reason why our character feels so lame, is because we just have these basic shields. I mean, I guess it's better than the defaults, but not by much. And Wrathroot's barkwood would have been a great find for us, but I guess no such luck. We'll just get some weird crystal stuff anyway. What do we got? Journal entry from the old forest, from the notes of Darwood Oakton, explorer. Chapter 1, the Shertu. Who are they? Where did they come from? Where did they go? The mysteries surrounding this ancient race are almost infinite. What little scraps of information we have regarding them allude to a mighty and world-spanning civilization wielding power and magic unthinkable. Now, however, all that remains of them are forgotten, windswept ruins, the tiniest minutiae of the technology sealed away in those studies of reclusive sages. Does their mystery not call to your curious nature as it does mine, gentle reader? Actually, it does a little bit. That's why I'm reading this. I didn't skip this one. My quest has drawn me into the old forest. What is there to be said about a place like the old forest? There's a forest, and it is old. Wow, very observant there, Mr. Darwood Oakton. By its unimaginative moniker, you can guess how important this place is to the people of Earth. The only locals who commonly venture under its boughs are novice alchemists in search of ingredients, plus the odd hunter with his sights set low. However, the story of this old forest now takes a more interesting twist. Rumors are growing of trees roaming its depths, moving as you or I would. Some even claim that they are now possess the spark of sentience. The Shertu were rumored to hold the power of animism. Is this mere coincidence? Fine, alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, I don't think we'll read the rest of those, but I guess it is interesting to hear about this massive world-spanning civilization that is now extinct. I guess that's a major part of the lore of this game, is the Shertu. I'm pretty sure they're the ones who caused the spell blaze. And that's possibly part of the reason why they went extinct. Yeah. I mean, I'm no Maj'Eyal historian here. I certainly haven't read the wiki much or anything like that. I've been specifically trying to avoid it. It's pretty cool that you can sort of piece together the mythology of this game just by sort of these little scraps that you find lying about. And there's definitely common themes that you see over and over again. Like, the shared tool will show up a lot, obviously. The Spellblaze is a big deal in this game. That's the whole reason why magic is such sort of a hush-hush sort of deal. The guy was very reluctant to let us know about the secret of Angelwyn, because mages are hunted down and killed by the Zigguranth. And we're not going to be able to see the Zigguranth in this game. Okay, this is interesting. It's a honey tree, because it's interesting because these guys constantly spawn enemies, so we're going to have to deal with them quickly. Let's use our rock walk to get over here, and then try to step down, take out the honey tree as quickly as possible. And also we got our honey tree root, which we needed, right? Yeah, honey tree root, awesome. So we are in fact an alchemist looking for ingredients, just as Oakwood referred to. Whoa. This is just a bear, right? Yeah, he seems a little tough for a bear. But anyway, yeah, we're not going to be able to see the town of Ziggur in this game. because we are magic users. And the entire city is invisible if you have any sort of magical inclination. But they're sort of like the anti-magic faction in this game. They're definitely committed to destroying magic in all of its forms. If you join their faction, they don't allow you to use magic at all. It's an interesting option. I don't know if it's actually any good, but it's interesting. I tried a couple of Zigguranth characters. And look, we got a couple of pieces of jewelry, which is what I was complaining about a second ago. Clarifying Steel Amulet. I'm not going to complain about lack of confusion. Confusion has killed me more than once in this game, I think. Wizard's Steel Ring. Yeah, sure. Magic. Spell save. Whatever. We're magicians. We're sort of moving in that direction. We also got, what? These boots? They look good. Armor, defense. Yeah. This looks like better boots than what we got. I mean, we don't really need the spell power. Resistances, penetration. Sure, we use resistances. Oh, darkness. We don't use darkness that much. But still, we'll take the defense and the armor and the range defense. That's definitely an upgrade. And anything else that we got? I guess we'll find out in a second. But, okay, cool. Good stuff already. And, ooh, a purple crystal. It's Le Seba, the white crystal. Let's make sure to deal with her as properly as we can. Get our stone guys up. Oh, a special belt. Nobody's saying about that. Blind Radiance, the belt. That's actually a really cool name for a belt. I might have to name my belt Blind Radiance. Although that would be copying it, I guess. You know, I have a belt I wear every day. Maybe I should name it. Maybe that should be something that people should get into. Naming articles of clothing that you wear often. It seems like it was a thing in fantasy settings. I guess they're more likely to have magical powers. Like, what does Blind Radiance do for us? Gives us lightning, temporal, fire resistance, light radiance. Cool. I guess it does give us radiance, so it's true to its name. It doesn't have anything to do with blindness, but whatever. I like it. It's better than... Well, my belt is pretty good, too. It gives me the physical save. So, actually, it's not exactly a no-brainer. Physical save, but 12% fire resistance, 6% lightning resistance. I think it's worth it. We'll take it. Alright. Cool. Alright, one level of the Old Forest complete. That seemed much easier than what we had to deal with in the last video so far, alright? Let's see what lies ahead. More crystals, which can... You see, you know, they knocked us down to like half our health pretty easily, right? I always check the inventory pretty carefully. I know one of these times I'm just going to, like, accidentally transmogrify an extremely powerful thing by accident. And it will be a huge shame for us. Let's try to get a rock walk in here, please. There we go. We're so slow that any sort of mobility-enhancing option is definitely to our advantage. And we kill this Venus Flytrap, who gives us a steel plate armor. Can we wear that? We need more strength. Okay. -8 defense, but +3 armor. If we get hit, it gives us a little bit of cold resistance, light, and darkness. You know what? It's okay. I don't like the fact that the stats don't balance out, though. You know, I think I might even rather have, you know, the Skin of Many, and plus the 40 life that it gives us. I don't know. Skin of Many, it's going to have to be a pretty substantial piece of armor to make us get rid of the Skin of Many. As much as I don't like wearing it. You know, it makes me feel gross wearing it all the time. And really sort of like self-conscious. Yeah, inquiries have paid off. Yep, so we gotta talk to a lumberjack. And yeah, some stuff happened. The ruins in the middle of the Great Lake. And they belong to the Shared Tool. So that's where we're going. Thanks, Oakwood. We'll follow your path, because I'm sure you messed up somewhere. Nice, level up. What are we gonna do about that? Yeah. I don't even know what we're going to spend these generic points on. I guess we'll put another point into Stone Skin, because that's pretty cool. 6 going up to 14. That hardly seems like a diminishing return at all. That seems like an accelerating return. At least to level 2. It seems like a lot of skills are like that. More points. Okay. What are we going to do about this? I would love if we could get up to get Thick Skin. So I think what we're going to do is put a couple of points into Constitution. We'll put our class point into Shards, because that's pretty cool. That's a sustainability, so we don't have to worry about that. And, you know, with our constitution and everything, we'll just be able to be very tanky. You know, that's what we want. That's our goal here. Tank up. Bulk up here. More strength. Strength and constitution. I think that feels good. We need to... We're focusing on magic and willpower lately. we need to turn to the physical side here. I still don't know what I'm going to do with these generic points. I guess we can hang on to them when we need them. I mean, we could upgrade stone alchemy or something. I never really did that before. I was thinking maybe that I was going to spend my points on one of these other things, either stone or eldritch stone here. Well, I'm not sure. Let's just, well, we'll keep thinking about it. Let's not spend it right now. I guess we could get better accuracy. It's never a terrible idea. Let's save it until we can get thick skin next time, though, and see how that goes. Yes. Okay, yep. Nothing too dangerous so far. A regular steel ring, that's obnoxious. Okay, a mysterious purple ant named Velodhen. Fine. I can take you out. I'm not impressed, Velodhen. And we got a cool amulet. What is all that all about? Oh, okay. Slows things down. Dexterity and nature. Yeah. I think that's better than what we got. Cool. I was just thinking my dexterity was a little bit low, actually. I was tempted to put a couple of points into that. Maybe get our dodge points up a little bit. I know we sort of like to get hit in sort of a, you know, masochistic sort of way, just because we have so many abilities that reflect damage back onto others. But, you know, okay, this also sort of provides us with options there. And 3% nature, I guess it's not terrible for these poison-type threats we'll be facing around here. By the way, let's throw up our shards while we're thinking about it. And, great. Oh, more honey tree. Okay, how about... let's take this seriously. Good. Seriously, I said. Let's not die. Okay. That thing was dangerous, I guess. That bloated horror was a little bit more dangerous than I gave it credit for. Can we do a rock walk? We could if we had the vines. So let's just continue to back away. Alright, good. We're being pushed away. That's a little dangerous. That was probably me just being stupid. Okay, there's a crystal. Yeah, crystals are annoying. We do have more nature's touch, so I'm going to use it. Yep, and rock walk. Alright, so we do have some healing options, which I love. Or frozen, which I don't love. Yeah, lots of annoyances going on here. Rock walk didn't work because we don't have a vine. Whoops, I didn't mean to meditate. Now we have a rock walk. We can jump over there and take out that guy. A Titan steel ring. That sounds like it was pretty good. Let's put it on. Yeah, constitution and physical saves. That's great, actually. I wish I put just one more point into constitution now, and now we could have gotten thick skin. But it's okay. Rock walk? Rock walk is our main way of moving around. It's a great way to travel, honestly. It's very lazy. You don't have to let your earthen vines unroot themselves. You can just sort of sit there, recline back, and then teleport your way through the earthen vines. It's instantaneously, and it makes you feel good. I mean, it refreshes your health for a reason. Some people are uncomfortable with the idea of merging with earthen vines, but I say get with the times. You know, Stone Warden is where it's at. I guess this guy is worth looking at. He is level 10, I guess, and he seems to be hurting us. So let's use that, and then we'll regenerate and hit him a little bit more. Fine. Yeah, I think it was mostly just that we had a lot of things sort of attacking us from a distance at once, and we're not very mobile. You don't want to get put in those kinds of spots. As a Stone Warden, but that's kind of why I like it. You know, it makes you think. You don't want to just sort of mindlessly move around. It can put you into an unwinnable situation if you're not careful. Still no shields. Steel plate armor. We decided it was not so great. I mean, it's okay. Not the greatest thing I ever saw, though. Alright. Oh, good. I was just wondering if we were going to see one of those. So that's another reason why we want to go through these early parts of the game, is because we get a lot of escort quests. And these are somewhat annoying. You really, really want to beat these, but they're also very, very easy to fail. So I guess it is sort of a great system, honestly. It's a great sort of side quest. The reason why it's difficult is because these guys are really stupid and squishy. And you would think that a warrior would have some ability to be able to fight against bees and bears, but No, he's just completely helpless, and he'll die in a minute if you, let him out of your sight. So you have to be careful, but he also will give us great rewards if we are able to succeed. So yes, I will definitely protect you. Fine. And Warrior is one of my favorite ones, actually. He gives some great rewards if we're able to get him to the end. So I'm really hoping that that happens here. Yeah, okay, so look, there's a crystal up here. That is Adin, the white crystal, so that is actually a super dangerous crystal. I guess I'll regenerate and hope I can get the vines. Vines, I said? Would be great. Hey, how about some vines over here? There we go, there's a vine. So we can teleport the last couple of spaces, get our heals back. Do that, throw up our halves. I think sometimes the halves don't spawn properly because there's not enough space. Or maybe he just spawned on the other side of those bushes or something stupid like that. Hopefully we can bash him a little bit before he teleports too much further away. It's down to low life, so I'm feeling good about this. Did he die? I'm not sure. No, I guess. Yikes. Alright, what is this? A multi-hued crystal. Well, let's use our Nature's Touch. And now we'll do that. Fine, fine. Okay, whoops. Alright, so that's that guy. It's Din the White Crystal. He still has low health, though. See, look, that guy got horribly hurt. So that means that we have to act fast in order to be able to take this guy out. Let's try the bash. Please don't try it, Warrior. Don't be a hero. Just survive for the greater good. Alright, you can tell him to sit still for a second. Wait for a few turns, because he'll outrun us. Are you feeling good? One definite advantage to Nature's Touch that most people, I don't think, well, I'm sure that good people realize this, but I didn't think about it for a minute. Not only can you heal yourself, you can heal other people, so that sort of differentiates it from other heal spells. That doesn't come in handy very often, but I guess if you're playing a summoning class, or here, definitely Gegagrim appreciates the fact that I can heal him up. Alright, we're resting up, getting our health back. Gegagrim has no choice but to wait with us, but that's good. Alright, Gegagrim. Please, please, just know your place. Journal entry through the old forest. I didn't even read it, sorry. I think it said something about, oh no, disaster, the ruins are actually in the bottom of a lake. I think that's what it said. You can go back and read it yourself if you're interested. But I'm pretty sure that's what it said. By the way, where is this portal? Far away to the northeast. Well, that's a little dangerous. Alright, can you wait here? Please do. Who is this? Just a regular tree ant. We're not going to be seeing Wrathroot anytime soon. Because, I don't know, he got turned into a crystal or some such nonsense. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we gotta heal up here. Didn't work. Try again. Yikes. Alright, that Minotaur is a little dangerous. We'll use our block spell. And hit this guy. Sure, alright, fine. Yeah, unfortunately we have to babysit this warrior, so I mean we have no chance of really being able to retreat. If we want to have the chance of success, how about another block? Perfect. Yes. Use it. Take out these guys. Stone Troll. I wish we had a better weapon that actually worked properly. Another thing I should be considering is that I need to put more points into Stone Shield just because, well, we just need more basic melee attack ability. But never mind. Let's just take out the Stone Troll. The Stone Troll seems so tough. Regenerate. Alright, this guy is still stuck here while we regenerate up a little bit. Fine. And the more enemies that can come to us, the better. Okay, don't drown either if you could. Ugh, I don't like this rainy area. And we don't have any great area of effect abilities right now. Minotaur seemed like it was the most dangerous. Let's try to bash it like that. Use the block, which hopefully will throw it off balance, right? It is off balance, so now we do that. We'll use our elemental halves, which still hurts, so we'll regenerate. And hope that the elemental halves can take care of it. Yikes, why are these guys so hard? I didn't think Minotaurs would be so difficult to deal with, which is a little bit of a shame because in the next area we're going to be facing lots of Minotaurs. It's an extremely common foe. So that's not, like, encouraging. Stone Troll to the south, or did he say to the north? I hope he said north, referring to that one. We'll use our heal, because I don't want to take any risks. That's good. He killed himself by bashing himself against our spines or something like that. Stone Troll to the northeast. Alright, so he's talking about this guy. We could use a rock walk. I think that's appropriate, even though it just sort of teleports us into the water here. That's fine. Alright, bees just sort of die to our vines. Honey tree to the north will then stay back. Wait. Are you gonna run? You better run. Thanks. Alright, teleport up towards the honey tree. So we can take it out immediately. Okay. Yeah. Good. Alright, are you gonna wait? Please do that. I do not wish to inspect this pedestal right now, because so far as I know, it's just gonna summon a really dangerous dude, which I don't need to be dealing with right now. Where do you need to go now, Gigagrim? Still far away to the northeast. Do you want to go up through this lake? Can you wait up? Can you wait up for a second? Alright, wait up. Cool. Alright, anybody over here? There's the portal right there, the purple portal. Alright, go get it. Hopefully nobody too dangerous over here. We got this? Yes. Alright, so you can see we get all sorts of great rewards from Gigagrim the Lost Warrior. He can train us in various abilities while we are drowning in the middle of a pond. So, I guess we could boost our stats up a little bit. That's sort of the basic thing to do. But to be honest, I feel like it's better to just do one of these sorts of things. Conditioning. What does conditioning do? I'm going to be honest with you. Conditioning is really, really good, I think. And we have... I think that's a generic one, and we have those generic skill points. Because it's like, I was thinking, you know, I mean, yeah, strength is great. Unflinching Resolve is great. Vitality is also great. But I think if we open up the category, we'll just be able to use that for ourselves. I don't know if we're going to have to spend a category point on it, though. So, actually, never mind. You know what? That could be more trouble than it's worth. Category points are precious. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go with Vitality, Unflinching Resolve. They're both so good. Vitality is when my life falls below 50%, we start to heal back up, which can actually make a huge effect. Unflinching Resolve is also great. It means that I can recover from stuns. You know what? I'm going to go with Vitality. I think that's probably going to be slightly more helpful for us. I'm not sure, though. It's a really tough call. Honestly, I usually go for Unflinching Resolve. Multi-hued Crystal, that's not something that you want to be dealing with exactly. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to quite reach us. We are so slow. I could consider taking my vines off more frequently. Don't like the look of those will-o-wisps there. You know, that would probably be the smart tactical thing to do. It's just like, you know, I'm lazy. I can't be dealing with that. Let's, in fact, let's move our vines over here to the semi-permanent part of our bar over there. We don't have to be worrying about that. Teleport over here, take out that guy. I don't think we're going to have to be worrying about the boss until the next level. Although these multi-hued crystals are going to be something to worry about. I'm glad I have my, what do you call it, Body of Stone or whatever, that thing that gives me resistances across the board. Alright. Cool. I guess we go in here? Yeah, I guess we could. It's filled with assassins! Oh no! Some sort of assassin fortress. But I guess we just sort of back off and hope that they don't stab us too much. Right? That's a plan. Oh, okay. Who are you? A mountain troll thunderer. I don't like that one bit. I also don't just want to teleport like in the midst of these guys, because I feel like that's a really bad plan. Sometimes these vaults are extremely dangerous. Yeah. Heal. Block. Alright, like this Thunderer seems to be giving us a lot of problems. Yeah. In fact, this is really bad. I sort of regret this decision immediately. Fortunately, I have a rock walk when I need it. I'm considering rock walking up that way. But I'd love to take out this Thunderer first. Wow, okay, so that is really dangerous. So now let's rock walk down this way. He died, that's fine. Alright, the Thunderer really needs to die. Should I use the wand? Sure. That helped. The wand actually packs a punch. I should use that more. I could use my teleport to get away, actually. I shouldn't forget about that, too. I've got my planar beacon. I think that'll hurt me, too, so I don't really want to save that for, like, a last resort. Let's try to take out this Thunderer, because he's just doing tons of damage everywhere. I'm stunned. Okay, that's occasion to leave. Maybe my stone halves will be able to finish the job. Or maybe I should just try to teleport here and deal massive damage to everybody. Target yourself? No. Well, let's target... What's a better place to target? One space over? Let's do it. Alright, that might have been stupid. It might have been addicted to Hellfire here. This guy is elite, which explains why he's so dangerous. But he's only at 2% of his HP. One more good shot and I should be able to get him. Right? Did I get him finally? Finally! Alright, now I just hope that my stun runs out soon. It'll run out in 1 second. I am disarmed, which is a real shame. So let's just step away. Wow, alright, yeah, he can hit us quite a few times, but fortunately we have the ability to tank that. I should have realized that my speed was so slow just to step away. Now we can heal ourselves. Okay. Good. Good. Alright, so that was a dangerous situation. Yeah, opening up these sealed doors and things is an extremely dangerous thing to do. So I'm glad we didn't die there. It was actually looking like a real possibility for a second. If I was smarter, I could have used my teleport to try to, like, actually teleport away. Hopefully this assassin fortress has loot commensurate to the danger that we faced. Is that even the right way to use the word commensurate? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Alright, yikes. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Let's do that. And now... more Hellfire? Why are these guys so tough, these mountain trolls? They're level 32? That explains it. Jeez. Well, I'm going to teleport actually away from these guys. Alright, well, it didn't work, but at least it blew everybody up. These guys are level 21 and 17. I guess that explains a thing or two. We better heal up, though. And yeah, we have the ability to rock walk over that way if we need to. Use the Blast of Elemental Blastiness, because I think trolls don't really appreciate that. Rock walk heals for how much? Oh, it's on stun right now. That's a real shame. Well, let's just try to continue killing these people. Now I'm confused. Sort of wish I had that other thing that protected me from that. Okay. Yeah, we should just be considering running at this point. I need to get my... I'm confused. This thing I'll turn off in 1 second, I think. So let's just try a bash. Alright, now I can rock walk, but I don't have any vines. Oh no, okay, well, we'll get, do that, because that's helpful. I guess we'll try to, yeah, just get a vine here, please. If only I had a vine. I think my vitality kicked in, which is helping. Something happened. I think I was confused, so I messed up. Let's block here. Block. One of these guys got to be off balance, right? Am I still blocking? I'm still blocking. So what do I do about that? I guess I still just try to hit, even though it's probably not going to do as much damage. Okay. Now I've got an infusion here. Is one of these guys off balance? No. Alright, I wish I could take out this Minotaur real quick. Yikes. Okay, this is so bad. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, one more bash and I'm dead here. I was being saved by the vitality for a second. But these guys are just too dangerous for me. I wish I had a rock walk right now. That could really save me. 8 turns until that's ready. Anything else that can save my bacon here? I've got all my buffs up. Fusion saturation just means I can't use my infusions for a while. Oh no. Alright, so, I mean, see, this is a problem. I guess I could deactivate my vines, but I feel like my vines are sort of my best chance for salvation right now. Like, it's sort of a very strange situation. They're slow and bleeding. Yeah, like, I could probably kill the Minotaur, but then I'd probably just die from these other two. I could step away, but then I'd probably just die. I could turn off the vines, and I'd have a better chance of being able to escape. I feel like most of these guys are pretty excellent. This guy's got precision, which means he's probably good at piercing through my armor. And I guess maybe my best chance for survival is just hope that I have one more turn before I die and my vine shows up. So let's just try killing the Minotaur and see what happens. I survived for one more turn. No vines here. Vines would be great. Well, I guess my best chance is still just to stand and fight. I mean, the assassin is here. I guess I try to take out the assassin just because, well, the mountain troll has a lot more HP. And so if I can take out just one of these guys, well, then I don't have to worry about any lucky crit stabs from the assassin or something like that, which would assassinate me. I am at very low health. Alright, I really needed that. I can regenerate, but it's probably not going to be enough. Right? If I click regenerate right now, I'm just going to die. But also if I step away, I'm just going to die. So, we'll give it a shot. I died. No, that sound is so terrible. Oh my god, I'm sorry you guys. I'm sorry I botched this up so badly. Just when this character was getting into like his prime, we actually have some interesting decisions to get when you get to level 10. You get to a category point, which you can then invest how you like. Oh man. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I told you I was bad at this game. And, you know, hopefully you got at least a taste for it. I think because we didn't exactly give it a fair shake, I think I'll try one more time, and I think that actually, you know, maybe the Dwarf Warden the Stone Warden is not as strong of a start as I had expected. That lack of mobility is actually really a killer, and, you know, I don't feel that bad. We didn't really get any good heavy armor. We didn't have any better shields or anything like that, so I feel like, you know, the game wasn't exactly being kind to us. It was mostly my own fault there. Like, I really should not have opened up that door if I wasn't feeling 100% confident, because behind those doors lie death a lot of times. You know, curiosity is the #1 killer in this game, to be honest. You know, you poke your head into somewhere you shouldn't be, and that's what kills you. So, anyway, maybe next time we'll play a little bit more conservatively, but I think I am going to give this one more try, at least before I head back to Dungeon Crawl. So, I think we are going to try the Brawler, like I alluded to, because I had a couple of other guys. You know, it seems like I can get a pretty consistent Thor Brawler. You don't have to worry as much about loot in that situation because, well, you know, you're not looking for weapons or shields or anything like that. It is nice to find a great pair of gloves, so that is the one thing that you want to find. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed regardless. I'll be back with another character, and we'll see if we can do better next time. Later.